Hey, how you doing? What do you say? We'll go for a walk and talk. Just kind of walk around, kind of just talk about things in general. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com. You know, it's kind of funny. It's going to be a little bit personal here. It's been 2 years since I lost my wife. It's been tough. And one of the things right after I lost her, you know, she was assassinated, and money. This is all this you see over there too. It's a hotel, resort. And her mother was assassinated also. They used medical means. You could call it a malpractice if it was just stupidity. But with the timing, all the people involved, you could tell. Yeah, I don't know. But it was funny. People say you're going to heal. Take about 2 years. And it wasn't quite right. Vietnam, I guess you might say I healed. Took about 2 years. Came back at 19 and just before I turned 21, I had to reevaluate everything, and I was heavily drinking, smoking, doing lots of bad things. Didn't know drugs. Wasn't that bad. And this time it was basically the same thing. Probably about 22 months after I lost her. Oh, about 20 months, 22 months. I was probably about my lowest. And it was tough. I mean, I knew she was dead. I knew I would never have her anymore. After 41 years of having someone I could talk to, I could trust, I could open my heart to, I could ask anything. And weird stuff happening in my body I could talk to her about. Stuff you don't even want to tell your doctor. I mean, I could, it was really hard. But like I say, I was at my lowest. And then I tried to find someone to take that spot. I mean, I think I was in pretty good shape. I mean, Anna taught me how to be a man, how to be a husband, how to be thoughtful towards her especially. She didn't put up with any crap when I started getting nasty, so. But I don't know. I finally decided that's it. So that's when I said I'm going to have to make a personality change. You know, they say, well, you need to learn to, you know, get used to being by yourself and that type of stuff. And I said, boy, I don't want to get used to it. I don't want to get used to it. Now I've been out with a few gals, and that's why I didn't want to get used to it. They got used to it. And man, these old gals, they're looking for the perfect guy. I think it's funny, because the longer they're by themselves, the more they know what this perfect guy is, and they're not going to find him. For me, you know, even Anna, she wasn't perfect. Nobody's perfect. She realized I wasn't perfect, but we got the best out of each other. And I thought, I said I had no mama, so, my experiences with women has been with Anna. And she's pretty smart. She figures all this stuff out, and she tells me about it. So then I get smart too. I kind of thought all women were smart. You heard me say about women are smarter than men. And but I tell you, these women would rather be by themselves than being with somebody who's not quite perfect. That doesn't sound all that smart. Yeah, weird feeling. Not having somebody to hold your hand in the good times and the bad times. Why does somebody want to get used to something like that? One thing I think these women, they have so much blind faith in their children. They use their children, or they use their pets, dogs, cats, whatever, to fill that vacant spot. Even though it's not someone that'll hold their hand. They still think that's going to be a replacement for a man. Excuse me for enjoying my cigar. Normally I have cheap cigars. But got me a good Cuban cigar now, so it's really good. I don't know. I say it's Sunday, so you got my white shirt on. It's a new personality. I'm trying to close my past life and start a new one. That's why I'm here, still trying to settle my wife's estate. We came down here. I said, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. I I left my life in the United States, came down here. I don't need anything, don't want anything. Got rid of my house. Got rid of all my toys, my cars, trucks, all that kind of stuff. I don't, down here for 10 years, just motorcycle home. Now after 10 years, finally got a car. I've had it a little over a year now. But I don't want anything. Don't want anything, I don't need anything. Everything that's important, except for my family. I say they got married, they got their own lives. So I say no wife, but I do have my health. I've got strong morals, good values. And that's what's kept me afloat, I guess. Have good friends. Got skills, got abilities. I think I have everything. Everything but someone to hold my hand. And I say now I stay focused on my health. I'm healthier now than I've been. I say I cared for my wife about 5 years, so it taking care of someone kind of drains you. So no, I'm healthier than I am for 5 years now. Now since I don't have anyone, I focus more on my friends. My freedom. I enjoy my freedom. I enjoy people. It's funny, down here in Central America, can't speak Spanish. I enjoy the people, but it's very difficult. When you can't talk, it's very difficult. You know? And I say, I can't move on with my life until I figure out what's going on down here. If all this was so important enough for everybody that they killed my wife, I decided maybe I need to hang around here a little longer. See what's going on. We'll see. Anyway, I love the weather down here. Love the weather. Like I said, I love people no matter what. Even when I can't understand what they're saying, I still have a lot of fun. You know, you hear the music? I'll tell you, they always have something going on around down here. Some kind of advertisement, I think. But anyway, I went to the circus a couple weeks ago. So, what do I say? The simple things in life. I love the simple things. And I've been enjoying them. How I could be so lucky, have a full life. This may be the last talk we're going to have for a while. My battery charger just collapsed on me. and I'm not sure how I've had it fixed 2 or 3 times already. I'm not sure if it's fixable anymore. Down here, I don't know what's going to happen. If I can't get it fixed, I may have to get a new camera. But anyway, it's funny. It's hard. You know, you can't stay focused on all the bad stuff that goes on in the world, and you know, we all have crosses to bear. So it's funny. So I have fun in between all the rough stuff we got to go through, think about, and prepare for. I say I prepared for getting old, then I lose the person that's going to hold my hand when I'm getting old. So, and then I've taken advantage of the opportunities that the United States offers, owning businesses, doing things with my life, having fun, sharing, and now all that kind of stuff is going crazy. Here, just a minute here. I had a good surprise. Wouldn't you know? A photo album. A photo album of my kids, my family, and my wife. Out of nowhere. It's good. They had some pictures, and they gave them to me. Some old pictures, some new pictures. Something I can use. I normally don't take pictures. Say I ran down here all these years without a camera. Taking pictures down here to get you killed. So it's just the last few years I started taking pictures. That's why you see all the pictures of Zena and I running around on the motorcycles. Just about all those pictures what other people have sent to me. All the places we've gone and done, there's no record on it other than what people have sent me. But anyway, enough about my problems. I say I'm trying to work out the United States problems, the world's problems. See, I'm half Chinese. Got family in China. So, got family in South Africa. Got family all over. So when I think of world problems, I really do think of world problems. And what can I do? That's what I say. You might think these problems are someplace else. I've been to someplace else. Those problems are ours. ours as humanity, humans. And but these problems, what gets me, these problems, we didn't cause these problems. It's the people. Buenas tardes. It's these people that worship power and money. Those are the ones that have caused this problem. It's big government and big business. It's all stuff that sounds kind of overwhelming. But there is things we can do. And it's things not all of us can do. Only those people that have morals and values. That's why you hear me preach about it so much. Good government employees have morals and values. The ones that just do what they're told blindly don't. Big business. The people that work for big business. There's few, just like government, that have morals and values. Most just do what they're told. They're bought off. Either they're promised a financial security for the future, or they get good pay now, they're bought off. Those people, as long as they do what they're told, they will be financially rewarded. That's why the Constitution is so important. The United States Constitution, I live that all the time. Any place in the world I'm at. You hear me promote the three-man militia, because that is something we can do for ourselves and our loved ones. By becoming self-reliant. You know, talking about self-reliant, the way you become self-reliant is taking responsibility. Taking responsibility for yourself first. The next, you take responsibility for your family. Then, you take responsibility for your local community. And you take that responsibility by doing the right thing. And you won't know what the right thing is unless you have morals and you have values. You hear me give shit to the government. That's because they think of themselves. I don't even think they even think of their families. I think it's just they're thinking of themselves. The reason I say they don't think of their families is because if they were thinking of their families, they would act with more dignity, with more honor. so then their family be proud of them. But they think they could, I guess their families can just be bought off. Maybe money and power is how you buy off their families. I don't know. I can't relate to that stuff. But like I say, like all my stuff, even though I make my stuff for people like me that want to be free, that want to be strong, emotionally, physically, they want to be healthy. They want to have pride in themselves, their families, and their communities. I know not everybody is like us. That's why I carry a gun. That's why we need the 3-man militia. We need others we can count on. All this crap that I do, all these places I go, all these things that I get myself into. It's not me how I get through all this stuff. It's others. That's why you always hear me talking about how we're going to need each other to get through this mess. Being self-reliant involves 3-man militias. We can't be self-reliant by ourselves. We need each other to get through this mess. That's it. All the stuff that I do, it's not me. It's the people around me, the people I associate myself is how I get through all of this. I get into little messes. I get into big messes. It's like our country's in a big mess. Our world in a big mess. I know it sounds cold-hearted, but can't help everybody. That's why I focus on people like myself that are concerned about their families and their local communities. It's the only way we're going to get through this. We're going to need each other. You know, I'm not a religious kind of guy. I'm highly spiritual. Highly spiritual. And we can get through all this. But we need each other. We need to take responsibility. We need to learn things, do things, learn things. Get off our butt, don't watch TV. Take care of ourselves physically. I don't know how many people really believe this Obamacare is for the benefit of the people. They want to control who lives and dies. I don't know. We got a lot of stuff to deal with. And providing we plan and prepare. And that involves doing things. Bettering ourselves. And as we better ourselves, we better our families. We have to pass on this knowledge that we have. You know, life is good. But only if we take steps to make it that way. You can't expect things to be handed to you. And everything's going to be okay. Buenas tardes. There's a price we pay, or there's rewards we gain on everything that we do or don't do. We have to be vocal, we have to be strong. But the only way you can do that is if you're capable to stand strong. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Standing strong is not easy. That's why they say freedom is not free. It was a chicken bus. We have to man up. We have to man up as men. We have to man up as women. We have to man up as old people. And even the young people have to man up. We have to be strong. We have to have the abilities to take responsibility. We're never too young, we're never too old to take responsibility. We have to work with ourselves. We have to work with each other. You know, life is great. We in the United States have the means and access to the abilities to live a great life. Some of us choose to take advantage of it. Some of us would rather have a king and be told what to do, told where to work, where to live. I talk about the live because all these apartment complexes, condominiums, and all these things where everything looks alike, it's coming down here now. They have, they call them, let's see, colony. And it's a housing area. And everybody is packed into these little small houses. And they appreciate it. Because they don't know any better. They don't have the opportunities that we have. So they can't even take advantage of these opportunities like we in the United States don't take advantage. We shut our mouth. We stand in line. We do as we're told. Oh boy. We wonder why our local communities, our states, our federal government, and our world is going to hell. We need to grow the balls to stand strong. Get back to the old days where we learned how to work together with each other. There was nothing we couldn't do. I can't believe I saw where the United States government is working together with all these foreign military units. It just boggled my mind. In Vietnam, I couldn't even work with the Vietnamese soldiers. They had French, they had all kinds of people there. I couldn't work with any of them. They're not Americans. They don't have the same values as we do. I don't understand. There's a lot I don't understand. But just because I don't understand it doesn't mean I have to go along with it. That's why I tell people, question me. I question everything around me. Why? I don't go along with anything unless I know what it is I'm going along with. But I've learned, I guess I'm one of the few. I can't believe how many people just go along. I call it a tribal type mentality, where you just go along with the peers, you go along with everybody else. You don't question what's right or wrong. The Nazis is a good example of it. You know, they had, the Germans, a lot of them are good people. You know, they had to go out of their way and find people that don't have any morals and values to do their shitty ass work. Oh boy, look at that. I don't know if you can see it. There's a lizard here. Let's see if I can. Got a lizard. But they had it's kind of like, it's a small scale of this new world order we're going through. And there's going to be people that will sell us out. But do you hear the soccer game going on? Buenas tardes. I see. But we're back at the back part of the resort. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. We've been just about all over it. But one of the things I find hard is I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. Plumbing is just like that. Doesn't freeze, nothing freezes, so they stick the water lines anywhere they want. And this is a chapel. Got a chapel. I think you can see all this stuff. And say this is on one side of the hotel, and then we got a river on the back side. You can't see it with all the trees, but there's a river over there. Now let's see here. It's what's cool being in a hotel like this, everything is running 24, or not 24 hours. A lot of things are 24 hours, but 7 days a week. So they got laundry going 7 days a week, restaurants going 7 days a week. So it's really a weird kind of life. I thought the restaurant business was a lot of work. Really nice hotel like this is a lot of work. They have 60 employees. So I say everybody, things are going all the time. What's funny is I'm doing my Hoi Chi. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be starting. I normally, when my wife was alive, yeah, just a minute, we got some more friends. Talking to a friend, and used to take care of Xena when I was running around down here. If I leave and have to leave Xena, well then he'd take care of her. So we're talking. He's got a dog now, and he's learning. Everybody gets Xena. They think, oh, dogs are good. They don't realize that Xena was well trained. I put a lot of time in her, and that's what they're learning. Says this dog is a lot of work. And he says, well, they gave it to me. And I said, well, yeah, but see how much work. You got to do your homework before you get a dog. You got to do your homework. Find out the characteristics of the dog. Make sure it's characteristics you can live with. But I say, just like everything, you have to do your homework. Study it out before you make decisions. Now, I tell you, see, when the sun comes out here, it gets a little warm. I feel like a wimp when I talk about it, because when the sun comes out, like within minutes, the temperature will go from 70 to 80 degrees. So when the cloud gets in the way, and then the temperature starts dropping. That's one reason why you see me wearing a long sleeve shirt. At the altitude we're at, it's easy to get sunburn. And I say when the cloud covers the sun, it gets a little chilly. So now I know you're going to think I'm a wimp on this, but I say it gets hot at 80, and then in a few minutes there's this cloud just came over, and already the temperature's dropping. Now it'll drop down to maybe 70, maybe 68. Yeah, I know you're thinking, boy, you're a wimp. It's funny, but you're right. It's that kind of, and it's like that all year round. All the time it's like that. The only time when it changes is when a hurricane comes through, and then we'll get rain, and we have mudslides and stuff like that. We have earthquakes, probably 2 or 3 tremors, just a little bit of shaking a week. And since I've been here 10 years, it's been maybe 3 times when it was shaking so hard I ran out. Tell everybody just sits around, because they're used to this stuff. I can get used to it. The only thing that I'm concerned about is if this happens to be the big one. I don't want, you see, everything's made out of concrete around here. I don't want all that concrete falling down on top of it. So as far as I'm concerned, his skill starts shaking too much, I start heading for the door. I tell everybody, don't think I'm a wimp, I just don't want to get crushed. And everybody says, oh, it doesn't fall. It's one of these kind of things, you get used to it, and you think that's the way it is all the time. So when it does fall, and then people say, oh, how did that happen? Okay, that's kind of like what goes on in the United States. We let all kinds of weird things happen that we know is wrong, and we allow it to happen, and it's a little bit at a time, and then finally when downright stupid stuff happens, then we say, well, how could something like that happen? And, how can we possibly get these corrupt politicians? How? We've had them. It's just they haven't got so corrupt that it got in your face and it affected you. Kind of like these tremors. Just because the place hasn't fallen down on you doesn't mean it's not going to. There's so much of that happening. That's where we're right back to taking responsibility and have the means and abilities to take that responsibility. And like I say, we will need other people to help us stay strong. But I say, the sun's been gone here, and now it's down. It's probably close to 72 degrees right now. It's right comfortable right now. But I say, the longer it stays, then the temperature's going to drop. See, the corn's not coming out too good. It doesn't look real good. Don't know what's happening. They only have one growing season here. It takes this corn forever to grow. But when it does grow, it'll be really, really tall. And they grow probably about 70 or 80% of the corn that they use per year. They're able to grow it. funny. Over here. See, you got this kind of wall fence kind of thing. Now this down here used to be down probably 6 or 8 foot down lower, and there were bungalows all through here. Bungalows, just little buildings, and people, boy, they rent those and have a lot of parties. I live, let's see, yeah, right there, the top floor over there is where I live. So I saw a lot of parties. You know, y'all that are watching this, I know there's some people that watch my videos that aren't my friends. These people do want to harm me in one way or another. I know that. But the majority of the people that are watching my videos are good people. And I do consider y'all my internet friends and family. And I say it all the time on my website and all that stuff, my blogs and stuff. If I ever come close to you, the state that you're in, or the country you're in, you just email me and let me know, and I'll be happy to stop by and we can visit. I tell you, I've made so many friends face to face. It's really cool. It really is. I'm so fortunate to know so many good people. And you hear me talk about how we need each other. I estimate there's probably only about 3% of us that prepare, that take personal responsibility, or at least try to take personal responsibility, or learning to try to take personal responsibility. It's only 3% of us. But remember, the great nation of the United States of America only used like 3 or 4% of the people to break our ties with Britain. So there is hope. We might only be 3%, but we are the best 3% that the United States of America has got to offer. So we need to act like it. And we need to support each other. There's not many of us, but we're the best. And we can do it. Okay, come to the end of my cigar. And now we're right back to where we started. Hope you enjoyed the tour. I really enjoyed talking to you. And whenever I get my marbles straightened out down here, you're more than willing to email me. We can make arrangements for you to come on down, spend some time. You're going to learn all kinds of cool stuff. Anybody spends any time with me, they learn a lot. I learn a lot. We have a lot of fun. I want to thank you for your support. and I wish the best for you. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.